So this is my cooking video, and the first thing I have is a drink. I'm allowing myself one a night during the time that I'm cooking. It is 1 can of sparkling blue blade, either citrus or orange, 1, maybe 2 shots of amaretto, and quite a lot of lemon. But it's not real lemon, it is lemon filled. I'm gonna feature my project that I made for this. So tonight, ow! Okay, hold on. Tonight I've started already on this butternut squash. I've cut it into cubes after peeling it and emptying out the innards. I put it in the microwave for about 10 minutes because I don't have a lot. I spilled water everywhere. Okay, this isn't going well. So yes, I had added water into the bowl so that it would steam it slightly because I am going to be putting it into the oven. Just made a mess there. Okay, so I'm going to be taking this bowl of butternut squash and straining it. After which point I'm gonna put it back into the bowl. You don't want it to be super soft at this point or it's just gonna come apart when you're cooking it. So it is still firm. And then I'm gonna be adding some extra virgin olive oil to the butternut squash. Fresh salt that has been sea salt, and on top of that some ground pepper. Thank you for the pepper mill. And I also like putting usually some garlic powder and onion powder, but I'm running low on onion powder. It's also good to have a bit of nutmeg on it. Yeah, so I'm gonna put a little bit of nutmeg. I'm gonna mix this together and place it on a dish like this to put it in the oven for about half an hour at 450. Sometimes it's easier to season it when it's laying out on the pan, so I'm just going to add a bit more seasoning before popping it into the oven. For another one of my sides, I'm using this PC quinoa roasted chicken flavor. I like this because it has a packet inside that adds flavor to it, because quinoa alone can be kind of bland. I'll also give another tip, which is instead of using just plain water, I've used broth because it makes it all the much better. A little bit saltier. For the main part of our meal, we're using filet, a sole filet today, and I'm going to be breading it and frying it in the pan. So now I'm going to be getting what I need ready for the sole filet and the battering. So I'm using Italian breadcrumbs, and I like putting it in a plate because then it's easier to bread it. Also recommended is using a bit of flour. You just sprinkle a bit and mix it together. I don't have a tremendous amount of fish. The fish also shrinks up quite a lot when you're cooking it, so you want to make sure you have enough for every person. And as usual, even though I've added this, I'm also going to be putting in some salt and pepper. We all know fish can taste kind of bland without seasoning. And in the pan, we're going to be frying up some extra virgin olive oil with a bit of butter and lemon. And in this mixture, I'm also going to be putting some parsley flakes, just because there's not quite enough in the breaded. Now, another tip is to use a plate because it's easier to bread, and I'm going to be mixing my egg mixture here, which is just eggs and a tiny bit of milk that's going to go onto the fish before I bread it. I'm now mixing the egg and a tiny bit of milk. You want to whip it. Whip it till the consistency is quite uniform. And the only reason I really add milk is because I find by the end of the last piece of fish there's not quite enough egg to go all the way around. Now that we're done with that. So I'm just showing you what the mixture looks like from above, and this is me mixing in the parsley flakes, and then that's my egg butter mix, which I'm going to beat a little bit more before I decide to batter. So you're going to want to pat down your fish with a paper towel if it's too wet so it can absorb the egg and then the batter so that we can get it into the pan. I'm now going to be putting in, we need quite a lot actually, and some butter, maybe not that much. Oh my god, it's hard to do this while I'm on my phone. I'm also going to be adding some lemon to it, and every couple pieces I'm gonna have to add a little bit more of the lemon, not of the oil. Sorry. So that's a good sound when it sounds like that. Right? Yeah, it might be too high, isn't it? Yeah, moving it down a little bit. And now I'm going to just do one piece with the crowd watching. Bring it in there. And battering it. It'll be a little bit frozen, it's fine, because it cooks really fast. We're going to be doing about 2 to 3 minutes per each side. And I'm going to have to focus on what I'm doing here so I don't burn myself. Bye. It looked a little bit like this one. Of course, a bit of the skin came off. The final plating. Tune in tomorrow when I make chicken pot pie.